Hello, I just thought I'd do a Bible study on character because I think it's a really important subject that people need to understand and learn about. And I'm going to read this one out of Job 1, starting with verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. And the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shun evil?" So from here we can see that Satan was testing Job. He was testing his character and testing him to see if he was going to fear God and be faithful to God, and not let any outside influences influence him and turn him away from God. And I'll start reading again from verse 9. So Satan answered the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, and around his household, and around all that he has, even on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land." So he was basically testing God and Job. He was testing him to see if he was going to really protect him. And Satan was telling God, "Well, you got a hedge of protection around Job, so nothing can come around him and hurt him and harm him in any way, because your hedge of protection is around him." So he was basically telling God that nothing can hurt him, which is true. When we have God's protection, nothing on the outside can hurt us. But Satan was basically testing Job's character to see if he was going to stick with God, or if he was going to turn away and let the pressures and the outside influences come and turn him away from God, which I believe happens a lot of times, especially in these last days, with all these crazy things that are going on, with all these laws that are getting passed and all this stuff, this chaos is going on around the world and everything. It's really proven that we are living in the last days, and I believe that God's separating the goats from the sheep. He's separating his people from the ones that ain't following him, and he's given them the option, that choice to make whether people are going to follow him or not. Because a lot of times people just want to be lukewarm, and they want to have one foot in the kingdom and one foot in the world, and you can't be like that. You have to either be all in or all out. And I think basically that's what God's doing in these days that we're living in now. He's separating his people from the ones that aren't going to follow him and don't want to choose to follow him. But I think in these days it's really important for us to really have good, strong character and not let outside influences influence us and push us away from God. But we need to draw closer and closer to him and spend more time with him and pray and just seek him as we never have before. I believe that, especially in these days, we really need to seek him a lot. I know I do. Because even in my own life, the things that I'm going through even now that are really, I believe, testing my faith and my integrity and who I am in Christ. And it's really helping me to strengthen my character and strengthen my integrity and be more, just more stronger and more, just pushing into God more and more, which we all need to do. So I just wanted to get a little insight on that, on character, because it's been on my heart lately to kind of do a Bible study on that and kind of give people a little bit of insight on it and help them. But I think this one in Job really kind of goes more into detail. There's other scriptures on it, of course, but I like this one in Job because it kind of sets it up. You know, it sets up the scene of how Satan was testing Job and testing and seeing if he was really going to stick with God or not, if he was really going to be who he said he was, a man of integrity and of good character, and have the character of God, which we all have. But we need to we need to kind of build it and get it stronger and stronger as we grow closer and closer to Him. So I hope this helps. Until next time, bye.